Good morning, traders. Welcome to this week's ELLIOTTWAVE Forex and Cryptocurrency Market Analysis webinar. I hope you all had a great week. All right, so usually when I do these webinars, I always go back to the previous analysis, maybe even watch the videos that I've done previously to compare and to see the outlook on how they have played out, because that's important for the strategy. You need to keep checking that your strategy is effective and you are consistently making money. So while I was looking this morning, I was just checking the video from 3 weeks back. The video, or let's just check here, is 24 to 28 October. And I wondered, should I even be doing a webinar this morning? Because whatever we have analyzed from the 24th to the 28th of October, which is about 3 weeks back, is still playing out today, inch perfect as forecasted. And that is the power of wave analysis. And the internet does not lie. And you can just go to that video. Almost 95% of that analysis has played out as forecasted, as analyzed. Okay, so I would encourage you to just go and have a look at that video. So that helps you to see, back test the strategy as well. Actually, this is forward testing because we put this up 2 weeks back and it has already played out inch perfect. Not just one move, a couple of moves, as you will see when we do the webinar this morning. So welcome, guys, to this week's analysis. If you like our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so, and hit that bell notification button so you get an alert every time we upload a video. Before we get started, guys, these are our contact details here. Under the description of all our videos, you'll find our contact details. Those are our mobile numbers, which you can use, Telegram channel, as well as the link to TradingView. Our website, which I'll go to shortly, trading-waves.com. That is our website, and you can make an inquiry directly from the website on the Jivo chat right down there at the bottom. Now, make note that we have our course. The last one for this year is starting in about 2 weeks' time. That is from the 5th of December. Our last course of the year starts. Right, it is a 10-day course. The timing is from 1800 GMT to about 2200 GMT every day, Monday to Friday, for 10 days live. But if you want to have the course, you can purchase it immediately. You would get access to the recordings. You can start watching the course. That means when we have the live 10-day session, you can start engaging. You can ask questions on areas that you did not quite comprehend. We are running a November special Black Friday already, started early. If you're interested, we've got a special on 40% of all our plans, and a special one which we're not gonna run for long on the lifetime plan. The lifetime plan is running for 50% up until the Black Friday day. Okay, so 40% of all our plans, but 50% on the lifetime plan. The lifetime plan means you don't pay anything ever. All our improvements, or all our content on the strategy, the improvements, you will have access to without having to pay a cent ever again. That is the Black Friday special, right? Now, let's get right into the analysis for this week. Right, let's start with the euro. Right, now the euro, what you are seeing here, this chart here, we forecasted 3 weeks ago, as I've indicated, that the video from 24th to 28th of October would still have a valid analysis on this one. So what did we analyze from the 28th? So the 28th of October, we were here. This is, if you look at this one here, this was around 23rd of October, 23rd of October on a Sunday, when we focused that this was going to make a move up, it was going to make a move down, it was going to make a move up, and it's going to drop. That was the analysis. What informed that analysis? We were looking for this to be a complex B correction. What is a complex B correction? A complex B correction is what we teach in our course. A very key strategy to analyzing other than the blue box as well. So when you understand how the complex B or complex X correction works, you'll be able to focus this move. So this is what we focused. This is still the analysis, and as I've said, there was probably no need for me to do this. Even I could have just said, go and watch that video for this week again, and your analysis will still be valid. Now, let me just play the video again. I'm just going to play it one back here So that is the analysis from the 24th to the 28th of October. Also make note, guys, that we've got timestamps on all our videos. So whichever pair you want to go to directly, you can just click on the timestamps. For example, Euro US dollar that I'm looking at now, you can go straight into it and start with the analysis and start watching that video. Okay, so that is the euro. There's nothing much I have to do today, because if you look at that, this is where we were. What we said is we're going to have that move, just follow the yellow, that is the current. The yellow is what I'm doing now. I said we're going to go up, we're going to go down, we're going to make a move up, and we're going to go down. Now look at what has happened on the euro. And that is not only the euro, it has done exactly that, up, down, and up. 1, 2, 3 moves. We're still expecting that this one is going to play out, and then that is the expectation. So even the DXY, so you'll see, I'll keep referring to this video, because let me just go click here, because the analysis is still the same, it's still playing out. There's nothing new. That means that the analysis was inch perfect. So that is the DXY, that very same week with the euro. As you can see, if you go look at the DXY, it has done exactly what we are showing there now. So let me just play it a bit so we can complete that structure. So that is the DXY from the 24th. Let's pause it there, hold it there. Let's go look at how the DXY has played out and what we're anticipating from the DXY. So this is the DXY. As you can see, we have got this move here, similar. So we've got here, so remember where we were on the 24th, we were here, we said we're going to go down, we're going to go up, and we're going to go down, and we're going to go up, just like with the euro. So that is what we have now. We made these moves, we made these moves. So that is the structure that we have on the DXY currently. Are we going to make a move to the upside? This is where we are now. This is key. So we wait for a confirmation for this reversal, if it's going to give us that. Okay, so that is the DXY. As you can see, you'll also see that pound US dollar did exactly the same thing as well. So look at where we were with the pound. What did we say about pound? We said it's going to make a flat correction or a run, but instead it made a running flat. Just play it again quickly. So that is the pound, and that was the expectation. Let's go to pound. It's like magic, right? How do we know that this is going to play out like that? Pound, just like we forecasted, it was going to make a move up, it was going to make a move down, even though we had actually expected that it was going to take low here, but it fell a bit short. But this is where we are with pound, and that is the structure that we're still expecting, that we are here now. Are we going to drop with pound? Okay, so let's see how this plays out. So we're waiting for this confirmation to confirm this, the last move that we forecasted. So that is pound. Let's see how that is going to play out. US dollar CAD, again here, let's have a look at US dollar CAD. I'm not going to do this for all the pairs, I'm just going to do this for the US dollar pairs, so you can see as well. So US dollar CAD as well, we said it's going to come drop there. Look at that. We said it's going to make an extension to the downside, and you will see indeed. I'm going to hold it there. You've got this video. It's on our channel. You can check it out. So this is where we were with the US dollar CAD. We said it's going to come and it's going to drop here, and this is where we were. So are we going to start a move to the upside? That is the expectation. We are looking for that to confirm. All right, so that is US dollar CAD. Last one that I'm going to show you, this move on US dollar CAD. All right, this whole move from here, we said this is going to drop here, and look how many pips that is. Let's just measure that, and I'm going to show you, refer you to the video and how we have analyzed that. It's almost 800 pips on the US dollar chief. How did we analyze US dollar chief? Let's have a look here and see if we still had that analysis on US dollar chief. Let's play it. I'm going to go to US dollar chief now. Let's play US dollar chief. See, I'm going to the daily. That was 3 weeks back, and I was indicating that we are going to have that drop. Okay, look at that in detail. Look at that. I was showing that we're going to drop and we're going to push to the upside. All right, so look at that. That is a simple 800 pips. If you had been watching these videos, you would have gotten that move, and that is how we forecasted this move on US dollar chief. That drop here, it did not just come as magic. 3 weeks back, we already saw that coming. So what is the next thing here? We're expecting that the US dollar is going to start showing some strength here. How far is it going to go? At least we're expecting a bit of a push to the upside. Whether it's going to be that long-term reversal that we're expecting, we're going to confirm. We use our special indicator to confirm these moves. All right, now Audi US dollar, again, just go to that video. You'll see that we said from here in October, we said we're going to push to the upside and we're going to drop. That move has already happened. That is still the expectation. Nothing has changed. New Zealand US dollar is exactly the same as well. In October, we said we are here, we're going to push up and we're going to drop. Nothing has changed. We're still expecting the same. That is New Zealand US dollar ZAR. So New Zealand, US dollar ZAR as well. We're expecting that it is going to follow US dollar CAD. We were here. We're expecting it to come around this level. It has extended a bit and it's not showing any sign of reversal, but the expectation is it should reverse with the rest of the US dollar pairs. Let's see how that was going to play out. The yen pairs, let's have a look at the yen pairs, US dollar yen, the same thing. So if you go to the video, you'll see that even on US dollar yen right here, we said it's going to, I actually showed you this on the trade recaps last week. We said this is going to make a push to the upside. Is it going to make a push to the upside? Let's keep an eye on that. The yen pairs, even if we see a move to the upside, long term, we're expecting a reversal to the downside. Whether this is going to first do that before dropping, but that is the expectation. Pound yen, also just watch the detail in which we focused at this. We said that this pound yen is going to give us 1, 2, 3 back before making a move to the upside. We're actually here with pound yen. We said it's going to make a move up. 2, 3, those 4 moves that you see, you'll see that we have focused on them. Will we get that on pound yen? Even if we do get a move to the upside, pound yen, we're expecting a long-term reversal with a couple of hundred of pips to the downside. Right, so let's go through the yen, the rest of the yen pairs. Same thing here, 3 weeks back, we said downside, and then we're going to expect upside. Are we going to get that upside? Let's just see here. It looks like we're building up a corrective structure, but cannot really see if that corrective structure is complete as yet because of the nature in which it has played out. We had a spike down. We are looking at this one to have made a move to the upside, a move down. There's a possibility for this to do that. Okay, so with that, we can get a move to the downside, one more move to the upside, and that may be the start of the reversal, because eventually on the yen pairs, we're expecting that we're going to get reversals. Chief yen, similar, we're expecting that it's actually making a corrective structure here. So let's see how this structure is going to build up on chief yen. So we could be making something like this, 1, 2, 3 up. So we could have this one here as a complex B correction, key corrective structure. So we could have this one making a bit of a push to the upside and then downside. We're not really to trade these short-term moves that we are seeing within the structure. We don't trade that. What we trade is these moves. These are the moves that we trade. So we anticipate and we wait for the structures to build, then we execute. All right, so let's have a look at the rest here. New Zealand yen. No surprises there. New Zealand yen was building up this structure. This is the structure that we're seeing on New Zealand yen. We're going to see a bit of a move to the upside here with New Zealand yen. Very likely that we see that structure on New Zealand yen, and then we can actually do this here. This will be a WXY on New Zealand yen, possibly before we make a move to the downside. Let's keep an eye on that one. So we'll be watching that. Audi yen. All right, so Audi yen also building up this corrective structure here. We've got a move up here. We're looking at this one to building up this corrective structure. I always like to see the detail of what structure we're actually building. So we could be getting this one here, doing that complex B correction there. I'm not going to mark it. So we could be getting something like this before the drop on Audi yen. So we are currently in that structure. That is the expectation there. CAD yen, let's have a look at CAD yen. So CAD yen is showing continuation to the downside, not showing any sign of reversal. Could be playing out this move here, 1, 2, 3, maybe a slight move to the downside before we see a reversal on CAD yen. Let's keep an eye on that one. Gold, we said that if you look at gold, so let me just refer you again to gold. What you're seeing on gold right now, I'm going to pause here. So what you're seeing here on gold, when this move here started on gold, we said it's going to push up back to around 740. Okay, we focused on that move, and I'm not lying to you because it's all here. So let's have a look here on gold. Let's go to the gold timestamp. When you do this for all the pairs, this will give you confidence in what we do. We've been doing this for the past 12 years and blogging specifically for the last 7 years. You'll see our videos as far back as 7 years ago, and we have been doing the same thing, obviously with improvements over and over again. Every single week for the past 7 years, I have been doing this with my team members. All right, so let's have a look at that. So what you've just seen here is on gold is what we focused at 3 weeks back. Let's play that structure again. Where were we on gold? We were about 1640. We said we're going to make a move, $100 move on gold, at least back to around 1760. Right. Where did we go on gold? We have touched even 1780. Is that going to be the reversal, or are we going to see a move to the downside? Let's have a look at that. So we said it's going to break the top and it's going to come down. Break the top and come down. Okay, let's go back. What has happened? Did we not make a move to the upside? Did we not break the top? Did we not come down? How do we know? That is the power of wave theory. So let's have a look here. 1, 2, 3. We've broken the top. We said 1760. We've hit 1760. We're expecting a move to the downside. Okay, so that is gold, and that is still the expectation. So we may make one more move to the downside before we make a push to the upside. Now, remember what I've been saying about gold. That's bigger structure, so that you don't get confused, because we're looking at also this bigger structure. If we are seeing the yen pairs going down, gold should continue to push to the upside, and in doing that, it will be playing out this bigger corrective structure. So it is key here to confirm whether we're going to have one more down first here before we play that structure. So if you see gold coming down here and it's not playing out that move that we forecasted, it just simply means that this cycle here, the cycle to the downside, was not complete and needed one more down. That's all that means on as far as gold is concerned. Silver, we also forecasted that it's going to make a reversal after making this big corrective structure here, which is a 3 waves down, a 3 waves up, and a possibly that silver may be making that structure like that. So we've got here on silver 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 down, up, sorry, 1, 2, possibly that this is a push to the upside, and we're going to have another leg to the downside, which will complete that bigger corrective structure in purple, which gives you a WXY corrective structure there. Let's have a look here. So we could be getting this move here on silver, likely that we see the 16 levels on silver again. Let's keep an eye, see how that plays out. Gold, we've already gone through that. Let's have a look at platinum, straightforward on platinum as well. Okay, we've seen a pullback on platinum. Are we going to see a move to the downside? Have a look at platinum here. We are seeing this pullback here in 3 waves, so we could see platinum continue to push lower. Now, where does that even come from? If you look at platinum, the structure is a WXY corrective structure. We've got a complex B correction in the middle, which we have traded, by the way. We have traded platinum from around this level, and this was simply what we were expecting from platinum, that is going to make a move like this. Okay, so we've already got that move on platinum. Is this cycle to the downside completed? That's where our indicator comes in confirming the cycles. So it's 3 down in yellow, 3 up in yellow. Possibly platinum is doing what silver is doing, giving us one more down to complete the WXY structure like that. So let's see here how this is going to play out. WXY on platinum. Let's see if we're going to get a move to the upside. All right, so that's what we have on platinum. Brent crude oil, nothing new, nothing that we didn't focus. So this structure on Brent crude oil, we even said this could possibly make a move to the upside here and drop, and we've got that. So another alternative was for this to do that. Let's go back to the 4-hour, just remind you what we focused on Brent crude oil as well. So Brent crude oil, we even expected a move like this, but it does not make any difference. We said there is a possibility for it to do this. When we were here, we said one more down before we make a push to the upside in the purple. So we did say that it's going to make a move. So there's this possibility, but it does not have to happen, and it can just be a continuation like this. Okay, so that is on Brent crude oil. Right, pound Audi, we spoke about the pound pairs reversing last week, and these pullbacks that you're seeing now, we've also detailed on that video. Just go look at that and see what we're anticipating going forward as far as the pound pairs are concerned. This should continue to push to the upside. When it is ready, we will let our members know, and we will have another trade to the upside. All right, pound New Zealand, this pullback that you're seeing here, if you look at that video, we've also said that we are going to get the pullback, and we're going to start seeing a move to the upside. That is a pound New Zealand, pound CAD. Let's have a look at pound CAD. Pound CAD similar, we are seeing a running flat here. So we had the move here on pound CAD. We expected that this was going to make at least a correction, made a running flat, did not quite give an opportunity to get it to the blue box, but we are seeing a move to the upside. We should see continuation to the upside as far as pound CAD is concerned. Pound chief, okay, so pound chief as well, we've got the pullback that we expected. So we were actually here on pound chief, we said a move up, 1, 2, 3 back. Now we're expecting a move to the upside on confirmation of this structure completing. Right, US to like Euro CAD. Now Euro CAD, if you look at Euro CAD, even the structure that you're seeing here, if you go to EuroCAD, just go click there, you will see that we were here. We said we're going to see a move down, and we're going to make a move to the upside. Let me just refer you to some of those, because we've got a bit of time today. This is not a long video. Right, so have a look at EuroCAD. You will see exactly what I'm showing you here. It has already played out, and we're still anticipating that it should play out. Look at where we were with Euro. We said it's going to make a push to the downside there. Look at the purple where we were. We said it's going to come break the low, and it's going to make a push to the upside. You'd say that this we have seen before. All right, so let's have a look here. That's how it has played out. Indeed, that is what we have seen here. We were here, we have come down, and we've made a push to the upside. We're still expecting continuation to the upside. That is how accurate that forecast is. Right, so Euro Audi also a pullback here in 3, looking like a complex B correction here. Is it ready for a move to the upside? We still need to confirm that. So let's see here on Euro Audi. All right, so let's have a look here on the rest. Euro Chief has made a pullback as expected. Right, Euro Chief was our chart of the week. We actually wanted to see this one make quite a big move to the downside. We gave you this one. I showed you this one here last week where we focused on a move up here and a move to the downside here. Does that mean that move to the downside has ended? So it looks likely that we have completed that move and we're going to start seeing upside here. Look for entries around here for a continuation to the upside on Euro Chief. Euro Pound as well, we're expecting continuation to the downside because of the move to the upside on the pound pairs. So we should see this one continue to the downside here like that, and that will be to play out this pullback here that you see here on Euro Pound. Euro Pound is quite straightforward. You've got a sharp move to the downside, pullback here. We're expecting this to continue to the downside. All right, Euro New Zealand. Let's have a look. Euro New Zealand, nothing changes there. We're seeing a pullback to the downside. We're not seeing any signs of reversal there. Let's go to the crosses. The crosses out in New Zealand. I think I said last week that I will show you why we are trading this to the downside. Let me do that. Let me show you just a hint of how we do this. So 5-6 years back, 26 way back in 2017, we focused that this is actually building up this corrective structure. Now, the moves that you see here on this structure is what we focused on. So what we have here is simple here on the weekly. You've got, and if you go to some of my videos way back then, 5 years back, you will see that I've been saying that this is a 3-wave move here. Let's show it with a different color. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're expecting that we're going to have a possible impulse here, and that move inside here will be an ABC corrective structure. Okay, ABC, and that is the C that we're currently playing out. So any opportunity to the downside as far as Audi is concerned, you take that if you've got a strategy, because what I'm showing you is the easy part. Anybody can focus the direction, and but the execution and where to take the trade is where most people experience challenges. So we've got this one here with a bigger degree here, A. We're looking for that one to be the structure. That is A, and our B here. Excuse me, writing over text. I'm out of space. So that is what we're looking for. Simple. From 5 years back. Okay. So how did we know 5 years back that we'll be making a move to the downside? A couple of weeks back, a couple of months back, we're trading this to the upside because we could see that this is a continuation to the upside. It just needs to complete what we knew already 5-6 years back on this pair. Right. So as you can see, it's still bearish. Audi CAD. I'm not going to dwell much onto the crosses. You guys can just watch the previous videos as well. 1, 2, 3. We're going to see a move to the upside, at least back to this level. Okay. New Zealand CAD Chief last week, we showed you exactly how we detailed this one, even made a video, free video on our website detailing how this is going to play out. Free pips that we focused on here. Expect a pullback here for a continuation to the downside. You've got the 3 waves there, 1, 2, 3 in this degree here, and expect a bit of a pullback to get it moved to the downside. That will be a nice WXY corrective structure. We've already focused this one last week. Just go look at that and see what we are looking for as an outlook for CAD Chief. Very straightforward, very detailed. All right, that is CAD Chief. Now I think that we're done with the Forex pairs. Now let's have a look here at the indices. So indices, there are 2 ways in which this can play out. I'm on the weekly chart, I understand that, but I want you to see the structure and why we're focusing this. There's an expectation that this can get back to around 440. Whether at 440 we're going to have a move to the downside will determine then. We're going to move down here. That is the expectation that we can have a WXY corrective structure as far as the S&P 500 is concerned, and we can get that move to the upside. Okay, so it will be the case on the Dow Jones Transportation and the Industrial as well, because they have similar structures. Okay, so if you see continuation pattern to the upside here, that is just going to play that structure. We expect it to at least get to that level before we start seeing any signs of reversals. DAX, we are expecting it to play out. like this. We're expecting that structure to come and break here at the top. So we've got that. Let me put this on the daily because you can't see the structure on the 4-hour. It's at such a small time frame. Let's put it on the daily just so you can remember what we are looking at with the DAX. So with the DAX, we've got a move down here. We've got a move here, an impulsive move to the downside. You can call that an A. And we've got a pullback here in 3 waves, 1, 2. We have been playing these two for the last couple of days. So we're expecting at least the DAX to come around that level. If we get the DAX at around that level, we'll be expecting a move and a move to the upside. Okay, just like the S&P 500. All right, I'm not going to go to the Dow Jones Transportation and Industrial. The Nasdaq, is it going to continue to the upside, or is it going to give us one more move to the downside like that? Then that will be a 1, 2, 3 wave move for a move to the upside. Let's do this again here. So you can see clearly what I'm trying to do here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, why would I expect another leg down here? We've got here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, possibly. That's why there's a possibility for the Nasdaq to do one more down here. But we are seeing the S&P 500 pushing to the upside. This could also just continue to push to around this level, and the structure will still be a 3-wave move like the S&P 500. Let's keep an eye and confirm which one is going to play out. The Nikkei has been playing the same structure from the beginning of 2021. So for the past 2 years, we have been building up this corrective structure here on the Nifty. So this was from 2021, the beginning of 2021, has been building this structure. And I've been showing this structure every single week for the past 2 years almost. We've got a 3-wave move to the downside. We've got a 3-wave move to the upside. And we're expecting that there's a possibility that we can have another 3 waves to the downside. And that will be a nice WXY corrective structure. We keep an eye. Let's see if the structures are going to play out. Right. Last but not least, Nifty. Let's have a look at the Nifty. Nifty, no difference here. Even if you go to the previous videos, we have been looking at this one to be a corrective structure here, expanding flat. It played out eventually, and for this to play out, to push to the upside. We just need to see what's going to happen once it breaks the top here, because once it breaks the top, there's a possibility we can get a similar structure to what we've seen with the US dollar chief, where it's going to come here and break this low there. Right, Bitcoin, out of all the pairs that we focused at about 3 weeks back, the one that we almost got wrong was the Bitcoin, because with Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies, we expected that they were going to come and retest the top here before this drop, but we didn't get that retest of the top. Instead, we just got a continuation to the downside. So the cryptocurrencies, every time you see continuation to the downside, it is still continuing to the downside. If we see 10,000 on Bitcoin, who wouldn't want to see Bitcoin at 10,000? I mean, the last time, the lowest value for Bitcoin before we reached the all-time highs, believe it or not, was about 3,800. If I just remind you how low we dropped on Bitcoin before we hit the all-time highs. Let me just go to the weekly chart. We hit about 3,800, and then from 3,800, we went and hit about 69,000 all-time highs on Bitcoin. So I kid you not, this is where we were about the end of 2019, just before COVID. All right, so this is where we were with Bitcoin just before COVID. Look at that, 3,800. I remember this is where we touched on Bitcoin. But from there, we went and hit 69,000. So this is a very erratic pair. And obviously, the cryptocurrencies, we know how erratic they can be. But from 3,800, if anybody got it around this area, even 10,000, they've made tripled, quadrupled their profits. But we are now here. This is not a worry. If it's going to continue to the downside, we will wait for the signs of reversal. But right now, there is no sign of reversal. We're still seeing continuation to the downside. We will see more downside on Bitcoin. Right, Ethereum as well on the weekly. We expected one more up because with this is the structure. So I always give you the rationale of what the analysis entailed, whether it plays out or not. But I want you to see what the thinking was behind it. There's no guesswork. It's all according to the structure. I need to go back to the daily as well so we can see the structure clearly on Ethereum. Right, so Ethereum, where I wanted to see that this is an impulse. This was the 3 waves on Ethereum, and I wanted to see it make one more up so we can see this clear corrective structure. But instead, we just dropped. This is not a clean corrective structure, so we may see Ethereum break the low here, still retest that and continue to the downside. But this does not have to happen. We could see this, we could say that this is actually a three-wave move. Why would I say a three-wave move here? Let me zoom in there because it looks like it is being forced and it is not. Okay, so if you look at that, there are three waves to the upside here. This is 1, 2, 3, and this is a pullback, and this is another move to the upside. And if you look at that, there are clean three waves here, 1, 2, 3, and this could be a double correction, even though it is sharp. That is the nature of the structure that we get with the cryptocurrencies. You can find that that is all the correction, WXY in purple, and we start the drop. But we'll wait for confirmation. For now, whatever you see here, you're going to keep getting something like this, and you're going to keep getting moves to the downside. Let's see how those plays out. Litecoin as well. We wanted to see Litecoin push to the upside with this move, 1, 2, 3, back around this level before the drop, but this can just drop from current levels. Right, Ripple. Let's have a look at Ripple. Ripple had actually completed its move when we expected a slightly more move to the upside here. So, but we have then dropped with this ABC corrective structure here. As you can see here, we had this structure here in the middle, complex B correction on Ripple, clear structure. We've got a move to the downside. Any pullback here could be a move to the downside, but like any other, like all the other cryptocurrencies, we could get a break of this low and we can get a bounce before we drop. That will be informed by the indicator that we use. All right, so last one is Bitcoin Cash. Last but not least, Bitcoin Cash is just going to continue to the downside, or it can retest the 160 before dropping. We can check that out. Last one in is Binance. Binance is interesting, very interesting pair. Let's have a look at Binance. It's a very erratic pair, but very consistent pair. So if you look at that, I like the structure that Binance has already made. It's very clear, it's complete. It's a clear three waves, and even if it has made a spike, as far as ELLIOTTWAVE is concerned, we don't talk about spike, because for us, anywhere that price has traveled, price has traded, we consider that as a move. So that's why we're even looking at that as an ABC corrective structure on Binance, and any pullback will give us an opportunity to enter for more downside. All right, guys, if you like our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so that you get a notification or an alert the next time we upload a video. That's all I have for you for this week. Don't forget to check out our courses, and our plans are all on our website. We'll see you again next week, and enjoy Black Friday. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.